Let's prune this vine. Now the first thing we want to do is locate our renewal spurs that were left last year. The right hand side, you can see it's just here. Spur position, 2 spurs coming out. Looks like they've used maybe bud 0 and bud 1. And on the left hand side, it is right here. And that's a pretty unfortunate spur position because it is pointing directly to the midrow. So we'll start with the right hand side. It's a little bit more simple. Now, as you can see, bud 0 has come out at an angle this way. They are both horizontal buds. So this is a situation where it is going to be best to have potentially an inverse spur. So I could either take it in there, try and get bud 0 taken out again, if I left that one, or I can use this one as a new spur position. So I'm going to take here, we're going to take bud 2 and bud 3, and then I'm going to rub bud 1, which is on the back. That brings our orientation correct, so bud 2 is pointing back in towards the trellis wire and bud 3 is up top ready to be wrapped down next year. Then I need to locate on this side a cane to wrap down. Now, we don't seem to be having much luck. So the options are either to wrap this one down, because that's from a spur position, or we can chase one down. Now we're not having much luck finding one to chase. As you can see, there is no canes up here. Very weak shoots, and then one decent-ish cane, but we really don't like to chase anything that's above the wire. So once it's above there, it's really not worth chasing. Given the health of this side of the vine, what I'm going to do this year is leave one spur position. I'm going to remove the old wood and the water shoots. Just like that. I can try and wrap that cane on, but frankly it's a little bit thin. It really thins out at the end. So I'm going to do a safe cut there. We go. So we're preserving our spur position. That's our future for next year, and we're going to leave no cane. On the left hand side, it's pretty tricky. What we've got is a spur position pointing the wrong direction and not much else. So what I'm going to do is take a new spur position off the fruiting cane from last year because it is in line, it's following the sap flow. I'm going to take this one here, bud 1 pushing down, bud 2 pushing up. And then I'm going to trim off the other small weedy canes that we don't need. And I'm going to need to chase a cane from the top here. So I'll take the first one, it's just under the wire, so we'll be able to wrap it down without snapping it. I'll remove everything else. And we'll count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going 8 buds. Now last year I'd say they probably left 2 spurs plus 16 buds total. This year I've left an 8 bud cane and 2 spur positions. I'm going to remove this spur position because it is almost useless to us. The only thing you could do is 2 bud that one to push it that way, but it's still almost out into the midrow. So I'm going to maintain this arm over here instead and start shutting this one down. Remove that, take out this dead wood, take out the water shoots that are hiding. So we've gone from having potentially 18 buds wrapped down last year plus spurs to 8 buds, 1 fruiting cane and 2 spur positions. So we've significantly reduced the bud number and bud load that this vine is having to push out. So hopefully next year that will mean it is going to have a lot more energy to put into the spur positions and we'll start resetting the structure and be able to continue the branching process. We'll reduce the amount of fruit we obviously take from this vine this year, but I guarantee you last year with these small shoots that it had and the piddly little canes, we probably didn't harvest that much fruit from it anyway, and it probably was not very good quality. So there you go. That is not the easiest vine to prune, but a good example of sometimes what you need to do to reset the structure of a vine.